Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to Rock Haven Homestead. Just wanted to make a quick little Misty morning musings video. We've been doing a lot with the, we were doing hay and doing other things, and hadn't made any videos this hay season, but we're pretty much done with the hay now, except for moving it. And I just wanted to say that, the thing that was on my mind this morning to talk about anyway, was that you got to keep doing what's right, not what's popular. Don't get caught up in what people tell you need to do on whether it's a homestead or, anything in life. You have to do what's right. A lot of the times, the things that are popular aren't right. There have been times throughout history where the popular thing to do was not the right thing to do. And, keeping it focused on stuff about homesteading only recently picked up steam, having gone out of style in the, I guess you'd say after the Great Depression, when we really started to get a lot of things that you could just buy that package, or you could just throw that away. Like your throwaway society started to develop after the after the invention and production of goods that could just be thrown away once they were used. This was done during World War I and II. They needed those things to make the war effort viable, to make the war actually be able to be fought. Those things, while those were great inventions, they led to a decline in the society's mindset of doing things yourself, or making things that lasted. This got really bad, I guess you'd say, in the 80s. Maybe it may have started in the 70s and got into the 80s and 90s for sure. The 2000s didn't help any either, because if you were going to do things that needed done and you just needed a new thing, you needed a new tool, or you needed something like that, you just went and bought one. You just went and got one. The idea that was promoted there, the constant refreshing of a supply that was of something that was supposed to have lasted, led to the idea in the cultural zeitgeist that if something breaks, you'll just buy a new one. If something goes away, you'll just get another. Well, while I have no qualms against somebody, using paper plate, disposable plates for their picnic or something like that, you can't live that way. You can't live that way. Because what happens is you start to make your money less valuable by saying it is disposable. You start to make your time less valuable by saying it's disposable. And that's just an off the top of my head kind of discussion of, which is what these Misty morning musings are. They're just musings of how something that was right, buying things or making things that lasted, that were meant to last, that was their purpose, things to get and then pass down. That lack of that desire to make things that would last became unpopular, because you made more money by just selling things to people over and over again. Did you know that one of the first light bulbs ever made still burns, still works? Then why do our light bulbs not work? Wouldn't you rather pay more for a single light bulb that would last you your whole lifetime than pay for light bulbs over and over and over again through your lifespan? Yeah, but that doesn't make them money, does it? Not as much money anyway. And so it's important for us to understand that we need to do what's right, not what's popular, because it was popular to go out and just buy things, just get something. And I'm not against, people making money or consumers getting what the consumer wanted, but oftentimes the consumer gets what the producer produces, not necessarily what they wanted. This is very true, especially in things like entertainment. We have to be a different kind of people if you're going to homestead. If you're going to homestead, you can't bring that mindset with you. You have to change your mindset, because homesteading is a lifestyle. It's not just a hobby. If you're going to have a hobby, then you're a gardener or it's hard to be a livestock owner as a hobby. But I mean, if you're just the owner, you can. The point is, you have to decide whether you're going to, if you're homesteading, make this a lifestyle or a hobby. Homesteading is not a very good hobby. It will keep you busy and absorb your time, and it's better than a lot of other things. But homesteading is meant to be a lifestyle, a way of living. You make decisions in more than just the hobby part of your life based upon your homestyle perspectives. Do what is right for your homestead, regardless of what people tell you is popular. It's popular to buy things, get things, obtain things, but is that what you need to do for your homestead? Or do you need to instead just devote some time to what you're doing on your homestead? Time, like we've talked about before, is far more valuable than money. Devote your time, and by extension your money, to things that are valuable to your homestead, that are right to do. What is right to do? And this, while we focused on homesteading stuff, and how the idea of consumerism as a mindset has been problematic, the real thing to hone in on as well is that you've got to do what's morally right. Because many homesteaders homestead because they feel that it is morally right to do it, as well as, responsible economically and environmentally, and how many lees you want to add in there. Do what's right, not what's popular. You're going to have to stand on a hill somewhere. You're going to have to put your line in the sand somewhere. Where's it going to be? Are you sure that that's where you want it to be? Is that where your right is? Is that where the right thing to do for you is? Make those decisions and contemplate those things now. Don't wait to contemplate them. Think about them. Understand them. Take the time to be introspective. The Bible puts it as being circumspectful. This helps you create, like we've created here, just a place that is healing to you. Your homestead, while it can keep you busy and sometimes put a little stress on you, it can also be, like we've tried to make here on this channel, a place of healing, of internal peace. While I have a lot to do on the homestead and a lot of things that can be done, and there's always work to do on the homestead, I do remember and keep in mind, because it is right to do so, that this place is meant to be a place I can go to be at home, as much as you can be at home on this earth plane. So anyway, that has been my discussion, or kind of rant, misty morning musing. No mist this morning, unfortunately. That would have been topped it off. But anyway, have a great day. God bless and enjoy. Bye.